On all my groups that I'm in, my WhatsApp groups, I've got a lot of parents that are complaining about keeping their kids active and keeping the kids busy, and they're suffering quite a bit. A lot of them are struggling with school projects the kids have got and things like that. So it's all easy for me to turn around and say, well, try and find out what your kid's more interested in and what your kids are doing and what stimulates your kids. But not everybody's got a small garden, not everybody's got something where they can actually let their kids run around. So most people are stuck in small little apartments. So I've got some ideas, some things that I've tried with my nephews, some things that my sister's tried, just to keep kids busy and keep them active. Yes, it's easier for me to say not having any kids, but I do understand that there are ways and there are inspirational ways to help kids keep active and busy. So the first thing that my sister speaks about when I chat to her is that she always talks about a routine. Now, I've spoken about routines 2, 3, 4 times now in videos. To get a kid into routine is very, very important. Wake them up in the morning. Make sure they get dressed. Not every day is a pajama day. Make sure the kids get up, get into a routine, get themselves started. My sister does exercise with her boys in the morning. So all of them get together, they do basic exercises. Now she's got a 9-year-old and a 12-year-old, so they've got different needs in the exercises, but they're basic exercises that all have fun together. She does other things together with the kids. She gets them to cook with her, but in a way that makes it more fun and exciting. My sister hates cooking, but she does it in a way where the kids have fun and they enjoy themselves. My brother-in-law's been cooking with the boys. He's got the boys involved with cooking, and when Dad cooks, since he never cooks, it is so much fun. And the other things, there are games that you can use in cleaning up the house and doing that kind of stuff, but still that takes up a certain time every day. The next thing is, in your routine, you have to have your school time and your education time in your routine. My sister's very strict. Now my 2 nephews, yes, I'm a biased uncle, but they're very, very high achievers. They do exceptionally well at school. They do exceptionally well at sport. They need stimulation all the time. They get bored very easily. So she has a routine where they sit down and they do the homework. One nephew's overachieved in that, in the sense that he's finished all his homework until the end of May, and it is only the 5th of April. But she has a routine. She gets them up, she gets them going, she gets them studying, and the best time to do that is first thing in the morning when the kids can still concentrate quite a bit. She does have certain breaks throughout the day where she gets the kids to do exercise, and after the exercise, it's not too strenuous exercise. After the exercise, she gets them again. They've got blood flowing through their systems, they're thinking better, and she gets them again to do some more homework. So the kids are stimulated throughout the day. Then the other things, as an uncle, for me to help stimulate the boys. So my wife and I had to make a video today for a friend of ours. It's his 40th birthday. We made the video. We had huge amounts of fun doing that. So I sent the video to my nephews, and they've replied back with their own videos. It's not something that's going on social media. It's not something that other people are looking at. But the boys are coming back to me saying, oh, look at this fun video. I've tried to do this. I've done that. And they're doing little videos on their cell phones to send to me on WhatsApp. There are other things. There are other challenges. So, for example, I've got a plastic bag with some examples of what we're doing. I've got a book on magic. Very simple book on magic. I'll have a link below on how to get the book. But what I'm doing every day is I'm going to teach myself a magic trick, tape it, and send it to my nephews. My one nephew specifically enjoys magic, and he'll reply back with his own video clips of himself doing magic. I've got now other things to stimulate myself and to stimulate the boys. I've got my Rubik's cubes. Now I've always been able to do the 3x3 and the 4x4 and the pyramids, but now I've got the 6x6. I've got the 2x2. I've got different shapes. So this actually throws me because it's a different shape. It's a normal standard 3x3, but because of the different shapes, my mind battles to get around the shape. You've got bats with a lot of things to actually use to get the boys stimulated and get the boys working. The boys are always excited. They wake up in the morning waiting to see what else they can do during the day, how else they can find other things that are exciting and fun for them to do, and they keep on feeding it, and it keeps them all entertained. So there's a lot of ways to keep your kids entertained. I do understand with smaller kids it's a lot more difficult, but They're small, they don't need a huge garden to run around. They can run around in a smaller room, they can do stuff. So try and keep the kids busy, try and keep the kids active. Don't let them sit playing games all day long. Actually, on the game side, my sister does allow them to play games. Why? Because with their games, they can actually communicate. The internet games, they can communicate with their mates. They chat to their mates, they communicate all the time with their friends, and that's a way for them to socialize. So there is another way for them to actually have fun playing games. So it's not all negative playing games, but she does take them into small little parts with breaks in between, and she doesn't let them play for too long in their games. If your kids are playing games all day long, they're not going to be stimulated, they're going to sleep badly at night, they're going to get irritable. Allow them to play their games, but then also have certain breaks in between where you do other activities. Whilst they're playing their games, it's a good opportunity for you to go and do your work. So you can go and do some work for an hour whilst the kids are playing games, then you break up your work and you play with them, entertain them, keep them busy. It helps you with your break from your work, it keeps you away from looking at negative things on TV, and keeps on stimulating you and your kids. So there's a lot of ways, a lot of different ideas that you can have. If anybody else has got any ideas on how to make things more exciting for the kids, go and post some ideas below. If you're on Patreon, I've got a link where you can actually add different ideas, different thoughts on how to actually entertain your kids and keep them active.